Hello everyone, I'm DOTA, and I'm bringing you a game from the CEVO Grand Finals between Mindtent and Chibusia's minions. Hopefully you guys can hear me alright. Anyways, regardless, we're going to be seeing the first bans coming out. Of course, Mindtent's banning out Nick's Assassin. He's just so strong. Even that after that nerf he received, it wasn't too significant. People argue it was, but in my eyes, he's still an extremely strong and broken hero. Darkseer is going to be banned out as well. Bat Rider and Easelaw are going to be banned out by Chibusia. I'm going to be calling them CM because that's a lot easier, to be honest. Magnus first pick for Mindtent, and that's a great first pick. I always go for that Magnus first pick if I can, well, do it. He's a great team fight. He has that in power, which is a really underestimated skill. And power in itself is like just Battle Fury level, and it gives you a huge buff to damage as well. And then on the other side we got IO, or Wisp, and then we have the Gidocopter getting picked up. I have no idea why they changed the name to IO, but forever he will be known as Wisp. Don't even know if it's a he, but Wisp it is. And did you guys know he's a strength hero? I didn't know that for like the longest time. I thought he was like his own brand of hero, like they had their own category for him, like ethereal spirit. We're waiting on Incarnate now for picking up his next two pickups. I'm assuming Magnus is going to be going on that mid lane. He can go off lane if Incarnate wants him to, and it is possible, but I have a feeling he's going to be mid. That's how he's played nowadays usually, so he actually gets some farm. On the off lane, he doesn't do too bad for himself. He has the skewer to get away, of course. He has the RP. If he can get that level 6, he can maybe pick up a kill or two on the offlane against the heroes he's facing. And then, of course, he has the shockwave to pick up some farm, which essentially works like the power shot on the Windrunner when you're offlaning with her. You just try to shoot it out there and get some farm. So we have Lifestealer and Shadow Demon as well picked up. So that's going to be the carry position. And we have a support as well for the tri-lane. So we only need one more core hero and then another support. And I actually found it interesting that Shadow Demon was picked up. The Demonic Purge does go through Magic Immunity, so having that on the side of the Lifestealer is really going to help, as well as the Disruption, because it's just so easy to kite him with Disruption. And of course his ultimate, Shadow Demon's ultimate. The only threat now really is Bane. Magnus was picked up, and there's a lot of other ults that go through the magic community, like Beastmaster, for example. But Magnus, Shadow Demon, and Bane are really the notable heroes that fit into the quote-unquote metagame nowadays that are used a lot to counter Lifestealer. So Wisp is going to be the support. Gyro is going to be maybe a mid or a solo safe lane as the Chaos Knight gets picked up. Or you know what am I talking about? It's going to be a mid dual lane with Chaos Knight and the IO. So Gyrocopter will be taking up the farming role, I assume, and we're going to be seeing another support and possibly a jungler if they want to forfeit the solo off lane, or of course a solo off lane if they don't want to. If they want to forfeit the jungle. We're in our second set of bans now, and essentially both teams could go for a suicide laner, and
10 seconds
pretty much just supports. The carry's picked up on Chibusia's minions, and the carry's been picked up on my intent. Rubik's going to be banned out, and that's a great ban. Rubik is just such a great hero overall, and he scales pretty well, Bill, because first of all, he has a nuke. It's good for pushing and counter pushing. He also can steal spells, which you know, it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, he's just a great hero overall. He can rotate a lot. Celebra's getting picked up, or banned out, and smartly so. Maybe Chibusia's minions didn't want to pick up the Celebra off-lane solo, as strong as he is, or maybe they're just going to ban him out and have to suffer the consequences of not being able to pick him. Incarnate's like, damn it, I wanted the silly bear. Now he can't get the silly bear. So again, I'm going to assume that it's just going to be suicide laners, the role 3, and maybe role 4s that are going to be pit banned out as of now. That's off-lane solos and supports, semi-supports, if you want to say that.
5 seconds remaining.
And I'm actually surprised that a lot of people don't know what the whole 1 to 5 rating system is for roles, and some of you guys might not actually know what it is. Let me explain it to you really quick. 1 is essentially it's a rating of how much the position is prioritized for farm. So it goes from 1 being the most prioritized to 5 being the less prioritized. 1 being hard carry, 2 being mid role, 3 being off lane solo, 4 being support, and 5 being hard support. So next time you want to show off to your friends and be like, hey, I know the Chinese 1 to 5 rating system, you can tell them that DOTA told you how to be awesome by knowing the system. Anyways, Undying, Dirge, and Furion are going to be banned out as well. 2 really great heroes. Furion has been seeing a lot of popularity lately. He never really received any nerfs or buffs, but he kind of just fell out of favor, and now he's coming back into the scene more and more. I'd hazard a guess to say that 7 out of 10 games maybe had a Furion in them. And Bane's going to be banned out. Smart ban by Incarnate, like I was talking about. Really, Bane's just a hero that can lock down that Lifestealer so well. And Weaver, that guy's just... Oh, he's so hard to deal with. I hate dealing with him because even if you've Sentry or Dusts, he moves so fast that he can still get away. It doesn't matter if you can see him in a Sakuchi. And then look, you hit him with the stun, and then he presses his R, and then what? Dust is purged, and he can go ahead and wreak more havoc upon you and your team. So Lena's going to be picked up. That's going to be Lena, IO. God, I just said IO. Lena, Wisp. As the supports, Lena's going to be down with the Gyrocopter. Chaos Knight's going to be with his buddy Wisp, of course. And Leshrac is going to be picked up with the Shadow Demon. So there's that Split Earth and Disruption combo. Or should I say Disruption, Split Earth combo. It's really strong, actually, but I'd say it's easier to land than the Light Strike Array Disruption. But I'm sure we're going to see both combos this game. Shadow Demon Lena combo. Shadow Demon Leshrac combo. Leshrac. My name is Leshrac. It's not how he sounds at all, I know. I know. So now we're just getting on to the last picks. And Suicide Laner, that role 3 is needed for my intent. And Klink's going to be picked up, so it looks like it's going to be a safe lane solo. And I really like this Klink's pickup. Lena, Wisp, and Gyrocopter, essentially, if Klink's gets the right farm, if he gets a faster work it up, they're essentially just going to be food for him. What's Wisp going to do? What's Lena going to do? What's Gyro going to do, even, against so much physical damage coming out from Klink's and his searing arrows? Of course, that strafe as well. That's going to be a lot of pushing. And people really underestimate how well Klink's can push. When he gets the death packed up, the additional damage, the searing arrows, and the strafe, it can literally take down towers
5
super
seconds
fast.
remaining.
Like, super fast. Like, you leave him alone for a few seconds, and you're like, ah, he'll be fine. You come back, he's like an orchid, like 7 rapiers, and like he just takes your tower and stuff, and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have left him alone, and then you die and stuff. So, as a lesson, kids, don't do drugs, and always stay in lane with Clinks if you're against him, because, well, he's Clinks. Clinks Eastwood, of course. Now, fifth hero is also needed for Chibusia's minions, and they're going to need a suicide laner as well, that role 3. And let's see what they pick up. It might even be a gyrocopter safe lane solo if they choose to do that. You know what, like, it might even be an aggressive trial lane with Chaos Knight, Wisp, Lina, gyrocopter off. Okay, so, alright, yeah. It's going to be BH offlane solo. It's going to be Lina, gyrocopter on that safe lane, and then CK Wisp mid. I assume that's what's going to happen. Clinks is going to be safe lane solo for my intent. Leshrac, Shadow Demon, Lifestealer on an aggressive tri lane, and Magnus mid. And just coming off right off the bat here, obviously I think my intent's going to have the upper hand just in the laning phase, because it's pretty much a tri lane against essentially they're going to win 2 lanes when Chibusia's minions only wins 1. My intent really has to get outplayed at this point to be losing more than like what they have. And this courier just intrigues me every single time I see it. It's so beautiful.
You really should prepare.
It's majestic and glorious, of course. So, Orbit up on Magnus, of course, building for the fast bottle that was popularized by the Shadow Fiend build. Just some history for you. Incarnate on... Ooh, voice crack. Incarnate on the Nakes. Jamie is on Shadow Demon. Leshrac's going to be played by Lopart, and Chicken MC, who I really enjoy watching. Chicken MC is a really fun and amusing player. He's going to be playing Clinks.
Ooh, thanks.
Extravagant. He's going to be playing Gyro. Of course, you just need to say that with like a posh accent, just because extravagant's a posh word. Chibista playing Lina with a nice set, dude. That's a nice set. I like that. Misha's going to be playing CK, Magic Soap is going to be on the Wisp, and JNT is going to be on the Bounty Hunter. No wards are going to be given to him. He's a stout shield, though, so... Who needs wards when you have a stout shield? Am I right or am I right? Alright, so let's take a look at what items. So, we got a decent amount of regen, actually, up on the Nakes. Didn't opt for the Quelling Blade, but then again, when you Feast, you kind of don't need it, because you have that a little bit of extra damage. For heroes, but Quelling Blade's always good. And by heroes I mean creeps. I just realized what I said. Sentries up on Shadow Demon, Observers up on Lopert, Salve, Tango, but Jamie Duh has the GG branch, so I think he's going to be a little bit better off. And like I said, I think he got pulled these Tangos actually, yeah he did. So that's going to be an extremely fast bottle for him. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane with Incarnate, with Jamie and with Lopart. This is going to be really dangerous, actually, and Magic Soap can't even see him, but he's there. And then we have... So yeah, it's not going to be a dual lane mid, it's going to be the Gyro mid. I was actually thinking that might happen. It's smart, I guess. You can't really dominate a Magnus mid with the CK Wisp. I mean, you could kill him. He does have the skewer in the RP though, so you're kind of in a little bit of trouble if you get close with the tether and the reality rift and whatnot. He can always RP you and skewer back into tower range, and I've actually done that a few times while whistle. Wow, I don't even know how to pronounce that word. You know what I'm talking about, the like with. Okay, anyways, I've actually done that a few times, and it's easier than you think. I did it on a tiny Wisp combo actually a few times recently. So Extravagant's going mid. He's going with the 3 tangos, 3 branches as well. And he's going to be one for a fast bottle. And I haven't seen Gyro mid in a long time, I'm going to be honest. And up against the Magnus, that's going to be a fun matchup. I'm going to enjoy seeing that, and we'll see. Might even say first blood here. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is possible. And yeah, both teams are just going to back off. They don't want any of this. Lopert's just galloping away. He's like, yeah, no, okay, actually, wait, no, he's turning around again. Yeah, he doesn't want any of this, and Jamie Dudd just gonna disconnect. Alright. Paused once more. Let's take a look at Roche and see what he's doing. Roche, buddy, how's it going? Spell block, bash, slam, and here's Roshan. He's level 30 right now. Defies all laws of DOTA, because he's level 30 and he has a friggin' spell block, Lincoln's. That refreshes 15 seconds, and he's a bash with 15% chance. What the heck? 50 plus damage, and he has a slam. He's 2 bashes. It's like a friggin'. That's like freaking Earthshaker's ultimate, dude. Like, that's not fair. Roshan's OP, and he has an Aegis built in. Alright, well. JNT, he's getting a little bit closer to where he wants to go, and I think he might actually just run in and manually block. If his buddy's down on this tri-lane, indicate that the other people are down here, he can always run over and manually block the camp with his buddy. So, we'll see what happens. And I think we're coming close to an unpause now, because Shadow Demon's back in the game, and we'll see what happens. That was the cue to unpause. Let's go. Aw, yeah. Sucker, you better unpause when I tell you to, man. Alright.
The battle begins.
Alright.
So I am told.
So, Ward's still up on Lopart. Still hasn't blocked. Didn't really want to at this point. And one thing I want to note is that putting a ward here is actually a really good idea. He's going to have to put it there, actually. That's just as good. This gives you more vision of this side here. In an aggressive tri-lane, you really want to dominate the enemy's jungle. And this ward right here really allows you to do so. This, on the other hand, it blocks his camp, and it really disallows chain pulling. It blocks his camp, and it gives you ward vision and whatnot. So that's a great camp to position for the ward as well. And this is what I love about Nakes. He's just so naturally tanky. He has a feast ability and open wounds, and he has rage, so he can literally just be right up in these front lines and doing whatever he wants. Misha has to be a little bit more careful. He does have a decent amount of HP as well. Has the wisp there, and he's already eating through one tango charge. Jamie does doing a nice job of harassing, but this is the problem with an aggressive tri-lane. The aggressive tri-lane is you're going to be right in this lane, I guess you could, well, obviously in the lane, but right in this area, and when you do that, you're going to be drawing creep aggro, so that's going to be pushing it more towards this way, and that's what you don't want happening. Mid lane, Orbit, he's just chilling right now, and does he have his bottle yet? No, he doesn't. I think it's on its way, actually, and yes, it is. Extravagant, he just picked up his bottle as well, so about a minute on each bottle for both heroes. And Incarnate, he's going to be going up on Magic Soap. Here's the open wounds, and I think this is just a little bit of harass. Tether's going to allow him the extra movement speed, but there's disruption, and Split Earth can't happen. Oh, yes, it can, and there it's going to go, and it's going to miss. It's not going to hit anybody, actually, and Lopart, he's just going to back off because he had to cancel his stun, and this is going to be first blood here, and he's going to stun himself, but he's going to miss, and Misha's going to draw first blood. Very clutch play here, and there's the Lina Light Strike Array missing as well, and Jamie Dye, he's getting so low. Misha's just doing an insane amount of damage at this point. Chibusia has to back out. Getting a little bit low. CK was there to back him up, but didn't have the mana to really stun or do anything worthwhile. We're seeing pinks come out here. I'm not really too sure why. Ping to indicate maybe a gank, but looks like Extravagance come back to base. Not too sure why. 10 for 6 up on the Clinks, and the Clinks is really the one I want to be watching right now. And not just because it's Chicken. Even though Chicken's awesome to watch, it's because it's a Clinks. And Clinks versus Bounty Hunter, that's an interesting lane. Bounty Hunter is typically one of the strongest solo lanes in the game. Magic Soap, he's getting really low, and I'm surprised Nakes didn't go for him. No, they're going to prioritize. They're going to go for Misha instead because he is the carry. Not too sure if they're going to kill him, no. Now, though, that was a little bit of a greedy play. But Incarnate doesn't care. He's a friggin' Nakes. So 3 of the top farmers in the game right now are on my intent. First Blood did go towards Misha and my intent, or sorry, Chibusia's minions, so that does even things out a little bit. I think that even balances the favor towards Chibusia's minions. And this is why Gyro is such a strong hero. You can't be in this area at all. You're here, you get Rocket Barrage. You're over here, you're gonna eat a rocket and you're gonna get chased out and zoned by like an inanimate object, and that's kind of embarrassing. So we're seeing the pull go off now, and it's just a single pull, one stack. So I assume it's going to be a chain through here. And if you don't actually know what a chain pull is or a dual pull, it's when you eat a tango, eat a tree right here with a tango. So it allows the movement through this little path. And when this creep camp is about to be denied off, then essentially you just pull right on through here, and it goes to the next camp, and it denies the entire wave of an experience. So what happened to that creep camp? I thought there was only one stack, but it was satyrs, and they shouldn't be able to kill them. Anywho, mid lane, Orbit's eating a lot of damage, and there goes the rocket barrage. But there's too many creeps. They're all just gonna take the aggro from that top lane. Chicken MC is doing work. He's getting Aquila, so this will be a little bit of a delayed Orchid, not too big of a deal. He opts to go for the boot to speed as well. Typically what I like to do is I go for the boot to speed. I don't really like the Aquila, to be honest. I opt for the boot to speed, go for my regen of course, and then I just rush right into Orchid. And this is what I'm saying. Bounty Hunter is such an insane hero to solo lane against. It's actually, in my eyes, probably one of the hardest heroes to solo lane against, without sentries of course. And at this point Chicken MC doesn't have any sentries that I know of.
Under attack.
He can come out, gets the bonus damage from his Ghost Walk, or Shadow, too many walks in this game, and he gets the bonus damage from Janata as well. You get close, he just eats you alive, and then he goes back in Viz, and you can't trade with him, and you really don't want to be trading with him anyway. And against the Clinks, look how low Clinks is already. Not too sure what happened there, maybe that was creep damage. Because Clinks is kind of a squishy hero. Squish Master 3000. Reality Rift's going to pop, and there's a nice defensive disruption. It's going to prevent Jamie Duff from getting hurt. And like I was saying, Light Strike Array, disruption, but this time it missed. Come on, Chibusia. Come on, bro. You need to do better than that, lad. I really need to stop doing accidents. Shockwave's going to miss, and top lane, what? J&T's really low. He might even pick up a bottle. That's what I like to do, and Chicken MC is going to go for the treads instead. In bottom lane, there's so much things happening right now. Lopert's going to go down. He's eating the tether stun as well. Incarnate and Jamie are getting really low, and Misha, he's just really strong. He's going to be going for Urn of Shadows. And meanwhile, Incarnate has more farm. So, in the eyes of Chibusia's minions, sorry, and Chibusia, they're like, okay guys, we're gonna throw Misha, we're gonna throw Magic Soap, and we're gonna throw Chibusia down on the bottom lane as the Wisp, Lina, CK. And we're not gonna farm, we're gonna go to war, because this is, even though it's in a defensive tri-lane, in the literal position of a defensive tri-lane, it's an aggressive tri-lane, just with the heroes that are involved. And what happened? Bottom. Nope, DH is gonna rotate bottom, and yep, that's good movement from him. He's level 6 already, so he has the track. And I think this might just be the whole mindset of Chibusia's minions. They really just want to go to war, and they want to get kills, and they don't want to farm. They don't need to farm. I mean, Gyro's not doing too bad for himself. Extravagant, of course, not doing too bad for himself in the middle lane, but he's not going to carry at this point. There's 3 heroes that are high level, and as soon as it hits mid game, Clinks is just going to devour the Gyro. So it's all about the pickoffs. It's all about the track kills. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the whole Gondar CK Wisp combo is actually really, really strong. The benefits and the only way to execute CK Wisp is to have aggressive wards. If let's say you're on the Radiant and you have a ward right here in this area, and it's revealing all the Reality Rift. Disruption's gonna pop as well. Shadow Demon's gonna be safe for now. No, Light Strike Array as well, and there's the nuke. Jamie Does gonna go down, and Misha's on a killing spree. Incarnate's gonna eat a stun as well, and he's getting really low. There's the tether stun, and Chicken MC's down here as well. He can't really do too much though against 3, but he's gonna try. Magic Soap's getting really low, and Lopart might throw the Split Earth, and it's gonna get cancelled instead. Misha, he's running away, but he got a lot of kills. He's 3-for-0 right now with 2 assists. He's been involved in every single kill going towards Chibusia's minions. And here's Chicken MC, who had to TP away from the top lane. Not really sure if Incarnate or something was like, guy, you gotta get down here. But he just rotated anyway. Maybe he noticed that BH was gone, and he went bottom. This is bad though, that Chicken MC is... Oh, and he's gonna get a double damage. Not sure if he's gonna go for it. But as I was saying, Chicken MC, he's tracked now, and he only has 1 level in Skeleton Walk. In a way, Clinks is like Weaver, because even if sentries. This is assuming level 4 in Skeleton Walk. Even if he has sentries, is still really fast. And he's a lot of that damage output. He doesn't have the extra auto attack, the Geminite attack, but he has the searing arrows to make up for it. So in a way, he's actually really similar to Weaver. And then of course he has the really broken ultimate, but whatever. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the aggressive wards. That's really the only way to execute CK Wisp. I see a lot of teams, they don't really know how to execute it. They don't have, okay, and Reality Rift's gonna pop, and that was a bait, and Misha's gonna go in, and was it a bait or not? There's a split earth as well. Jamie does getting really low. Nice defensive disruption. Incarnate's getting raged up, and he's going in. There's a light strike array, and Chicken MC is gonna cop a lot of damage, but that's 2 down for Chibusia's minions, and Orbit's looking for more. JNT's run off safely, and he should be fine for now, but Extravagant's gonna, nope, Chicken MC is invis, and he's going to turn on Extravagant just in a second as soon as Open Wounds is there. But he's going to body block Incarnate. No, he won't. And he's going to play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie, and Extravagant is piecing out. Nope, there's the Open Wounds, and there's a Shockwave, but it's going to miss Call Down as well. Remember, the slow is the only thing that goes down into the Rage, and RP is going to pop as well. Light Strike Array, and there's the nuke. Extravagant's going to go down, but after taking the life of the Magnus, and there's Misha coming right back in, and this is literally just such a bloody game as of now. Misha doesn't have enough mana for anything else, and the Edict's gonna ensure the safe getaway of Loput and Incarnate.
Top tower is under attack.
And meanwhile, top lane, creeps are just doing stuff. So 42 CS up on Chicken MC, 42 up on the Magnus, and 31 on Incarnate. Still not really close to Orchid. That's almost 1 Oblivion staff. And by almost, I mean, almost. Okay, I think nothing else is happening. Let me explain this CK Wisp thing to you guys. CK Wisp is a really strong combo. Why? Because, well, you're essentially ganking anything on the map that moves with a Reality Rift that gives additional damage and a stun, which, let's be honest, usually is maximum. Or at least, like, yeah, it's usually maximum. Even if you're not a luck master, you usually get the maximum damage and stun out of it. So, really the way... Aw, are you guys kidding me? You're going to fight again? Okay, there's a Light Strike Ray, but nice timing from the Rage. Beast is going to go down right away. Reality Rift as well, and Lopart's getting so much damage, and he eats a 2-hit stun. And there's the Call Down as well, and Incarnate doesn't have his Rage up. It's 6 seconds, but he does have Infest. And Misha is catching up with Jamie. There's JNT. His Maim's going to slow him down, and Jamie does getting really low. There's a stun. Not too sure why that didn't do the damage, but I think that hit Incarnate, actually. Incarnate's running for his life. Reality Rift back into the missile, and that's another kill. And that's Magic Soap getting the double. And where the heck is... Oh, there's Clinks. Clinks is just manning up against Extravagant, but Extravagant's going to dip, even though he probably could have killed Chicken MC off. And there's Orbit coming in through the back. RP in 7 seconds. He's timing it well, and he's going to eat a track as well. Can he do it? 2 seconds. And 1 second to RP, and he can catch both of them if he deems so. And there you go. He's only going to catch JNT, though, and now he decides to run off. And they're both tracked up. Chicken MC can't really do too much at this point, and Shuritas is going to pick off the Magnus. Oh, that's just such an exciting game. Guys, I'm excited right now. That was so... It's just such a bloody game right now. Everything is done. Just left, right, and center. It's insane. It really is. Can we check them really quick? Alright, this is the mission. Oh, God. That last fight almost gave me a heart attack. And now, how can you get a heart attack? I don't know. Stop asking me. Thank you. Anyway, so let me put this very fast. Anything else breaks out. The way to execute CK Wisp is wards. If you have aggressive wards, you can see the enemies when they're being seen. They're not going to be as defensive. Let's say that you have a ward where keeps something farming. Let's say it's the gyro or something. And let's say you on the fire. Literally TP and you get a free kill. That's how CK snowballs. So how it works with Gondar is that Gondar is essentially just a moving ward, and he's invisible. He can scout out, and he's going to solo up Lopart. But Lopart's going to get a disruption, and there is the Soul Catcher, and there's the nice Dragon Slave going through everybody, and no one's going to fall, actually. JNT's going to get a lot of healing going through, and there's a 2-second stun. Jamie does going to die really fast and Incarnate. I'm not too sure if he should have been down here trying to help out, but Misha's going to get another double kill. And as I'm talking about snowballing, snowballing, Misha is snowballing. Like, he could be snowballing more if he was 6-0, of course, but 6-2. I think that those first 2 deaths were a while ago. 67 and 19 up on the Clinks, and I'm sure that his team's just telling him, Chicken MC, farm up your Orchid, do it now, and then kill everybody. Because, let's be honest, the only one that's, yeah, and there we go, we're going to see TPN in Orbit, nice map awareness, and that fog is going to cancel out the Reality Rift, so Orbit's going to get away to safety. And supportive TP coming in, and who is it? It's Chicken MC, and what's he going to do about it? Not too sure, but he doesn't even have his Orchid, and Whisper's going to go out alone, and he's going to try and deny the tower. Misha, that is. And what is happening? We will see what is happening. And a little bit of lag. That is server lag, guys. Chicken MC, he is getting closer and closer to his Orchid, actually. He can pick up a second Oblivion Staff right now, and then he's only 70-75 off, so he's about 500 off of his full Orchid. 69 CS up on him, 70 CS. Magnetor is the highest farming hero in the game, but still yet to get his Blink Dagger. That's because he's 2 for 2. He did die twice, so that is why he is not at his Blink Dagger. That's why I'm assuming so, at least. Unless he's been like friggin' laundering his money off to things and people. The Magnetor laundering scheme. Bottom lane, Lopar and Chicken MC gonna partner up. Waiting on Chicken MC to get his Orchid, and I'm surprised he actually got the power treads up before the full Orchid, and looks like they're gonna go on a Misha. Tower is there though. And no death packed up. Chicken MC should be using this every single time it's up. It's essentially a free neutral kill on a herd creep, so you should be using it every single time it is up.
Tower is under attack.
And mud golems can't. Oh, I forgot you can eat the mud golems. I forgot. But I'm sure he would have much preferred. No, he ate all the other hard creeps in the camps. So Chicken MC is here, and I don't think he knows that the PH and the Lina are here. Split Earth is gonna miss. I'm sure Chicken MC was in range of tower. He's like right here, so actually there might not have been. Chicken MC is gonna TP top, is gonna keep farming it up. He essentially is his Orchid. He hasn't like 125 gold at this point, so he can really just start running around wreaking havoc on whoever he pleases. And I just totally missed that TPN, guys, but Magic Soap, the carry Wisp, is on a killing spree, and he's gonna drop off Misha just so he can finish off this tower. Jamie's and Incarnate a little bit scared at this point though, and I really like this decision making from Incarnate. He's like, you know what, I'm 1 for 3, I'm not getting the greatest farm in the world, I am 50 for 3 at this point, but I'm going to go jungle because I need to help out my team, I need to contribute. A lot of people are going to get greedy. They're like, lane experience and farm is better than jungle farm, and everyone knows that. It's better, like exponentially better. But instead, he goes to the jungle, he's going to be safe about it. So I really like that decision making from Incarnate. And it seems like a really small thing to be happy about, but trust me, there's a lot of people that don't do that kind of stuff. And obviously Incarnate is not one of them. So good on you, boy. Good on you, boy. And I'm assuming that's the courier with the Orchid Malevolence. Where is the Orchid? What did he buy? Or did he die? I think that was him that died, actually. Chicken MC is going to skeleton walk. No reveal up. And Misha is going to get eaten alive by this Incarnate Nix. And he's going to TP away. That really sucks. I really feel bad for that. Because that Misha, he's just been a thorn in their sides. And they really just want to pick him off at this point. But Incarnate wishes he had a Basher. He was like, I wish I went first item Basher. Don't we all? Don't we all, Incarnate? And meanwhile, bottom lane, Lopart, carry Lestrax, just farming it up. He's sitting at 21 for 1. Holy crap. The greatest farm in the world. And JNT's off on the side. He should probably just throw a track out at this point. He can't really do anything else, and now he's out of range. So he should have done that a while ago. Swap of the magic boots, and JNT is still here. We just saw a ping come out. I'm assuming they can see him, or they know that they're there. There's a track getting thrown out on the high priority target as well, and that's something I don't see a lot about bounty hunters do. Nisha's going in. He's going to throw the Chaos Bolt, and only 3 seconds stun. And by only 3 seconds stun, I mean, wow, a 3-second stun. That's a lot of stun. Orbit's going to throw out the Shockwave, and they're going to have to back off. Creep Wave's not here, and my tent's pushing in as well as their Creep Wave. So level 12 up on the Clinks and Magnus. And late game wise, this is really going towards my intent at this point. I mean, they have a Clinks, they have a Magnus, and they have the Nakes. Reality Rift is going to get cancelled by Fog once more, and Misha's probably really pissed about that. He's like, Valve, please fix. And Blink Dagger's up on Orbit. Something to note. Meanwhile, Chicken MC, he's hanging out with his buddy GNT, the BHEC. It's extravagant with an Invisor. There's 2 heroes invisible right now. And that's Nakes hiding as well inside the Magnetor. We can see an initiation at any point probably. And when we do, it's going to be big. Let me say that. Drycopter is building towards that BKB. Has the Ogre Club up first. And guys, please, always, if you're going BKB, pick up the Ogre Club first. You don't need the extra 26 damage. Okay, you much rather have the 10 strength. Trust me. Just trust me on that. We're going to see smoke up as well from my intent. They're assuming that Chibusia's mins are in the jungle, and they aren't actually. I thought they were going to be going towards Extravagant, but they aren't. They're going to be going mid instead. Remember, Nakes is up in the ERP into Shockwave, into Skewer, and that's a double kill for Orbit. Orbit didn't even need Incarnate to pop out at that point, really. And Incarnate's like, but I wanted to kill too. And he's like, okay, well, next time. And who just did that? Jamie, was that you? Don't lie. Don't lie, Jamie. Misha has Armlet, has the dust for the Clinks as well, and this is going to be uncontested tower, it looks like. Extravagant's like, okay, CBA, I'm not TPing into 4 or 5 people. And Misha and his buddy Magic Soap are like, whatevs. Whatevs, man. We'll give you a tower. We don't even care. And tower-wise, MYI is actually winning tower-wise, so it's kind of indicative of how they are going to be winning gold-wise, and yet they are. It's about 2 grand in their favor, and it's going to be about 4 grand in their favor experience-wise. And by 4 grand, I mean exactly 4 grand. Empowered Clinks with double damage. Gonna wreak some havoc. When did he get a bottle? That's next level. That's next level Dodo right there. Ghost Scepter up as well, and yeah, okay, that's Magnetor's bottle, that makes sense. And they're all kind of staying beside each other. This is what I really find interesting about Invis games. People like always staying beside each other and they just never realize it, and BH just did. Throws a track up on Clinks as well, not someone you want to have the track up on, so he can't Invis anymore. And Lopart, oh, mini stun is gonna hold him in place. You probably should have thought that one through a little bit more. Like you gotta be paying attention. Like when you're gonna TP out like that, you need to know for certain that no one around you has a mini stun or stun. Because otherwise, it's a waste of 135 gold, and to support, that's a lot of money. And I understand that Lobart might not have seen him because he was invis, but you got to assume if you're TPing out, you obviously know people are around you, and they were in this area before. So, and if you're picking people off, you usually have the BH with you just for the track gold. So, I love Lopart, but Lopart, not the smartest move, man. Not the smartest move. And Chaos Bolt's gonna fly on Chicken MC, and Chicken MC, you can't die, buddy. You're all the hope, and he's gonna get earned up, and Wisp is gonna ensure his death. Meanwhile, Nake's just infested into Orbit. Is he empowered? I don't know. There's a Chaos Bolt gonna fly on Jamie as well, and there's your RP. Orbit's gonna deem it necessary just for Misha, and Incarnate's eating away, and Misha is gonna go down actually, but oh no, he's gonna pop as well. He's gonna turn on Incarnate. He's gonna toggle through this. Rocket Barrage is doing so much damage, and Laguna Blade is there to finish it off. And that's 3 down for my intent. Misha down for, okay, and that is 4 down for my intent. Jimmy just gonna get picked off in the back end of things, and Lopart's just being a BA, and Chicken MC's like, dude, get the hell out of there. Okay, I don't want none of that nonsense. Get out of there. Extravagant, almost done his BKB, just needs about 1100 gold more, and I really like this new gem look. I find that interesting. Chibusia being a good support and just having lots of wards and stuff, and Wisp on the other hand has the mechanism up already, and I'm seeing a solo TP, and where did he go? Went back to base. Was that a waste? Not too sure. I don't think so. Well, it's arguable. No, he's gonna bring, okay, that was well timed then. He's gonna bring CK back with him, that makes sense. Or not? I'm so confused right now. Regardless, let's take a look at our current net worth. I really should memorize these hotkeys, but whatever. Long her, dunker. 7.8k up on Chicken MC, highest farmed hero in the map. And nice empowered, dude. That's nice. Armlet still is going to be the choice item for Incarnate, and to be honest, I really don't know if that's worth it. It's 23 minutes in, and when do professional players or semi-professional players typically get their armlets? They typically get their armlets at, I'd say, 10 minutes, because people really don't go Midas and armlet anymore. So I'd say maybe 10 minutes. It's 23 minutes in, and that's understandable. I'm actually surprised Incarnate even has this amount of farm, considering how badly the Tri-Lane got shut down just by the CK Wisp and Lina. So I think he should maybe be building more late game oriented, because the mid game as of now is in the hands of Chibusia's minions. They shouldn't be trying to contest it, because they can't contest the snowball of Magic, Soap, and Misha. And they know they're in there. They're just going to scare him off a little bit now. Empowered Clink's not doing too much damage. He's not death pacted either. There's a sentry going to fall, and the ward too. Remember, the gem is up on the bounty man. As Mark would say. Shout out to Mark. Alright, and there's the tether in. Jamie is going to eat a lot of damage. Orbit, his ult's going to get cancelled, and he's going to cancel it again by himself. And then he's just going to Manta right out of that shockwave damage. And there's the rocket barrage. And there's the missile popping off. 3 down. Tether in for Misha as well. Magic Soap's going to he's going to escort him out. And Incarnate and Orbit, you managed to stay alive. And this really isn't looking too good, but at this point, all you need to do is just...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All you really can do at this point is just turtle.
Is under attack.
Let's take a look at this. Late game.
No reason to lie about
Shadow Demon late game is actually an insane support hero. His disruption... Let's take a look at this. His disruption late game. Illusion damage is 60%. So that's essentially 60% of the hero's... attack damage, basically, so it's 120% because there's 2 of them. When you multiply the damage like that, that's actually insane. And it's understandable to note that they take a lot of damage and they die off really quickly, but that's just extra DPS, and you can't really underestimate that kind of stuff. Magnus Tor, on the other hand, can also build into a carry role as well. You can go Mask of Madness, Battle Fury, whatnot, and he can really do a lot of damage with the Mask of Madness RP. Leshrac, he doesn't scale the best, but he can as well if he gets some of those late game items like a Bloodstone, but that is a lot of farm. Clink's late game is actually a beast as well. He just does a crap ton of damage with the Strafe. And Nakes, we all know what he can do late game. Meanwhile, Lina, on the other hand, her Laguna Blade starts to plateau off, and we're going to see a TP going in on Chicken MC, and he already senses it coming, and there's the dust going to pop, but he's going to try and kill anyway. Not sure if that's the greatest idea, especially because the mech is up, and he will be able to do so. He is death pacted, or is he? Yes, he is, so he has the extra HP, but he was going to fall anyway. Jamie Dunn Incarnate, and they're like, yo, I don't want any of that, and they're just going to run away, and the nice stacked camp is waiting for Incarnate. Meanwhile, JNT is going to throw down a track on him, maybe even wait for his teammates, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Maim slow is not there, but the track speed bonus is, and they're probably just going to let this go, especially because Magnetor is coming in from the side. Sentry goes down as well from my intent. We'll see what they're going to make happen here. Net worth is now 10,000 almost in favor of CK. He's the highest farmed hero on the map. BKB is up, as well as the Urn. And I'm surprised the Urn didn't go up on the Wisp, actually. But regardless, it's up. BKB, key item up on Gyrocopter as well. Bounty Hunter still sitting with, oh, holy crap, $3,000. Gem of True Sight, he's got his poor man's, and I actually like this build. This is typically the build I follow on Bounty Hunter as well. It's really balanced overall. Now, yeah, BKB is next, of course. Only difference is, though, I go bottle first item. Yeah, then I usually have a wand as well. Does he have a wand? Yes, he does. Mechanism's up. There's the dust and bottle. That's a lot of regen, actually, for the Wisp. JNT is going to spot out the Incarnate here, and really what needs to happen is they need to just kill off Bounty Hunter. They need the invis detection at all times, and they need to throw it up on, I think maybe Chicken MC would probably be the best bet at this point. They need the detection, because Gondor is just scouting them out every single team fight, and they get picked off by Chibusia's minions, and then essentially it's a 4v5 and then they get wiped. They really need to just pick off Bounty Hunter at this point and get the gem. in their possession. That's what just needs to happen. Track's gonna have to get thrown down on Chicken MC, and there's the Chaos Bolt as well, and Chicken MC's gonna eat a 2-hit stun, and there's so much damage, the main damage and the reacted with, but nice RP, it's gonna catch 2, it's gonna catch 3, Incarnate's there as well, but Light Strike Array is gonna pop, he's raged, so he doesn't really care, Magic Soap, he's running for his life, but he's gonna go down as well, it's Extravagant, no, now it's Misha, going up against Incarnate, Incarnate's gonna eat a Split Earth, sorry, that's Split Earth going towards Misha and Extravagant, as well as Chibusia, but they're all gonna run away, and it's gonna be 3 for 1. Great initiation. Not too sure if that was the greatest idea, though. I was a little bit rushed. Great initiation, though. I'm not going to take the away from Orbit. Orbit, great initiation. But at this point, you really need to not be concerned with team fighting. You need to be concerned with just killing the bounty hunter and getting the gem. It's a kind of a hard task, but you need to just go in, get some dust, get some sentries, and just go in for him, kill him, deny the gem, or take it, or whatever you need to do, and then back off. Because like I said, what happened over here? Banner throws a track off, Klinks gets initiated on, and the main damage source coming up from my intent can't do anything because he ate a Chaos Bolt to the face. You need to get rid of that gem.
Thank you.
And we'll see if that's what happens, because in my eyes, that's what needs to happen. Roche ends up in about 5 minutes. See what they can do for that as well. 6 minutes. So Aegis should be getting returned any second now. So Goldcraft is now going back towards the favor of Chibusia's minions. XP Graph as well, going towards Chibusia's minions, about 9,000. Chicken MC, and he's getting bigger, but he needs to keep the death pact up. Chicken MC's playing a really great game though at this point. The Ghost Scepter pickup on the Magnetor was actually great as well. I like that. The only problem with that is that you need to be timing it really well, because there is a lot of magical damage that can just get amplified by it coming out from Chibusia's minions. And really, what you're seeing right now is my intent being limited to their jungle. They're stranded in this area. They can't leave. If they do, they're going to get picked off by the bounty hunter who's level 15. And Chibusia's minions, what they're doing is really smart. They know that they're going to go for the bottom tower instead, because my intent's just going to let it fall. They're not going to go out and they're not going to defend it. They need to just farm, and they need to do what they can. Drums and Armlet are up on Incarnate now. He really caught up with his farm. He really did. Because that Trilane actually really just shut him down. And you could tell that Chibusia's minions, the whole team, was like, alright, Misha's going to go in and we're just going to cause havoc. We're not going to farm. We're just going to kill everything. Like, as you can see, top farmers of the game, Klinks and Magnetor still. Even though there's this lead going towards Chibusia's minions, the farm aspect of the game is still kind of getting dominated by my intent. In the top 5, 3 of the top farmers are my intents. And the smartest move at this point from Chibusia's minions would really just be waiting for Roche. The Aegis did get recovered, yep. And Misha is going to be building towards the Heart. Heart, is that the greatest idea? I think so. It is damage and it is survivability. So on strength heroes, in my eyes, it is a little bit more viable than on agility heroes or intelligence heroes. And yeah. J&T. Smoke's going to be coming out from my intent at this point. Chicken MC is going to be skeleton walking. He's running ahead, and he's building to his BKB of his own. And Chibusia is going to get spotted out, or will she? He.
Is under attack.
A lot of pinks going out, and I think that's CK indicating to defend bottom. We're seeing a lot of things going out. He's like, let's just kill everything, guys. Kill it. You can see Orbit, Lopert, and Damien are all together. Still all together, and they didn't make something happen at this point. Just wasting time in this shit. Just stone distance, because well, YOLO, right? Am I right? On the other hand, now Magic Soap, and that's an interesting choice of items. I think I know why, but I'm not gonna speculate. We'll see if it's the same, if the reason I think it is. He's getting closer to his Vitality booster, and yeah, let's just see items. No key items have really been picked up as now. Orbit, of course, looking towards the fresh orb. Sure, if that's say, I think Chivas might be a little better. That's not the RPs that aren't working. The RPs are hitting. It's just follow-up. You need more follow-up, and I really think hitting with tactical movement speed with Shivs would be a little better. Even a Sheep Take would be great. Poison a little bit. She's like, hey, stop it. I don't want to get shadow poisoned. So he just backs off a little bit. And, like, they're waiting the creep wave. They really, at this point, they can out into the base. Into my 10's base. And my 10 really can't do much. Unless Orbit hits a great RP, which I probably will, considering it's Orbit, but I'm gonna see it's like a 73 man RP. They will be able to push to the base and cause some havoc. It's gonna be up any second now, any minute now. Sorry. And this panda's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. I mean, DOTA. Let us Doto. And Orbit's gonna go in, blink, skewer back, and Extravagant's gonna pop the BKB smartly. JNT's gonna be called as backup, and blink is now on cooldown as well as the skewer. And a lot of people underestimate that. If you blink, skewer, and you miss, well, now the enemy knows you're there. And your blink and skewer are on cooldown. So if they initiate right after, if they reinitiate, then, well, you might be a little bit screwed. Roshan is up any second now, and as I presumed they would, Chibusia's minions are waiting just on that, and they're about to pick it off right now. Feels invisibility rune as well. Misha's like, yeah, I don't want it. Beasta just picked up Ghost Scepter, building towards the Force Staff. Smart idea, and everyone really has Force Staffs. This is the benefit of having all these towers down, is everyone can pick up Ghost Scepters, and really, what's Mind Tank going to do about it? They're all physical damage. Of course, they have the Demonic Purge. They have some last rack stun nuke damage, but the DPS is all in Clinks, the Searing Arrows, the Strafe, the auto attacks, the right clicks, and Nakes and Magnetor. The Ghost Scepter is... there's a little bit of a pickoff going on top lane. I think Bounty Hunter was just bait, but the gem did get picked up, and it's now in the hands of Chicken MC, and this can be a big disaster if played properly. Chicken MC can run in now and cause havoc if he wants to. Orbit with the blink, and he's going to skewer himself up to the high ground. That's a disaster, and everyone's going to get called down now. Chicken MC doing what he can, and Incarnate doing what he can as well. He's going to try and toggle through, but he can't do anything at this point. Gem's going to drop as well, and Misha's on a mega kill streak. Lopart getting so low, and Jamie is going to hide in the fog and try and TP away, but Chibusia is not going to be able to kill him off in time, and that's Misha with the double kill. And the Aegis. No, who did the Aegis go on? I think there's Gyrocopter they gave him to. Yes. Gyrocopter building towards a Daedalus as well. Oh, and that could have been such a great play, and they actually don't know the gems here. Maybe they don't care. No, I don't think they care. About 900 gold now for Misha's heart. And Daedalus is finished up on Extravagant. He can get it from the enemy base if he wants to, actually. Shadow Demon's only one up at this point. If he runs, he can go for it.
Sorry, I just noticed that
and they're just going to be taking free melee racks now, uncontested. No one can really say anything about this. And Incarnate's like, eh, gotta raise my GPM, guys. That's what I do as well. That's what I do as well.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And then they're just killing off the GPM boosters. And here goes the middle tier 3. RP is not up. It's going to be up in 10 seconds, and a nice split earth into RP can actually do a lot of damage here. They're kind of clustered together.
As any fool could see.
That's a decent amount of damage. It's going to be about 300 damage with the armlet toggled, or will it? And power is going to go down just at this point. Call down as well, and Incarnate's going to get slowed. He's going to man up against Extravagant, or will he? And there's a nice RP, actually. And he's going to catch Misha, but no one's there to follow up. And there's the Ghost Scepter. He's going to try and skewer away, but he can't really do anything at this point. Now he's going to die to Misha. Misha's going to be wicked sick, and Incarnate's going to hide in the fountain. Going to barely get away. And Chicken MC knows not to go for Misha. Misha is kind of baiting at this point. He can armlet toggle, and his regen's so ridiculously high that he can turn on Chicken at any point, and Chicken's going to go down. He's going to try and pick off Extravagant, and Chevin's going to be like, nah, I don't want that. GG's going to be called. TB back to base to heal up, and we're going to our next game, guys.
It would appear Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dear me.
I'm gonna wait till the end screen, and I will pause the stream so we can go back to our next game, and we will see round number 2. Remember, this is potential best of 7. I will update you more on that. I'll ask the admins about what's happening with that. As I recall, one of the teams has the advantage of going through the winners bracket, so the other team has to win a best of 3, an additional best of 3 or something off of them. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what's happening with that. Nix is the only one to yet disconnect, and he's like, guys, I'm a Nix. I'm a friggin' Nix, guys. And everyone's like, dude, you are a friggin' Nix. Holy crap. So overall, great game, and pretty stressful. It almost gave me a heart attack at its 3 points. So guys, I'll be right back with my next stream of the CEVO Grand Finals between my intent and Chibusia's minions, even though there's no name here. But we'll be back right with that, and yeah.